There are a lot of people talking about burnt toast right now. Whether you like Toast, whether you trust her, whether you think she should have spoken up sooner, or whether you think Hooves is behind some elaborate setup. And somehow, in the middle of all that noise, we've managed to get very far away from the question that started all of this. Where are the receipts? Because this story didn't start with Hooves. It didn't start with nonsense, and it certainly didn't start with burnt toast suddenly deciding to come after Queen Bee. This goes all the way back to June of 2023, when Bullhorn Betty sued Queen Bee, and the fundraising began. There were PayPal pools, there were Cash Apps, payments through personal PayPal, and Super Chats. Some of that money was solicited to pay the attorney defending Queen in the lawsuit. Later, money was specifically raised for Queen to file a countersuit against Bullhorn Betty. And I want to be very clear about that distinction, because this isn't something somebody recently invented. It isn't an accusation from Hooves, and it isn't something burnt toast suddenly came up with in 2026. Queen herself publicly asked for $10,000 for legal funds for a countersuit against Bullhorn Betty. The fundraiser went even further, telling donors that the plan was to file a countersuit for defamation and abuse of process. And people donated. Over the next 2 years, there were multiple legal fundraisers. Some of the surviving PayPal pools show thousands of dollars collected. And that's only what I can still document today. I don't have every fundraiser. I don't have every stream or every post. Some of this material is simply gone. Toast channel was taken down. Queen has made content private. And we're talking about something that unfolded over more than 2 years. So no, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I possess every dollar amount or every piece of content that ever existed. I don't. What I do have are receipts. I have surviving fundraising pages. I have screenshots. I have clips. And most importantly, I have their own words. Because while this money was being collected, people were told there would be transparency. Burnt Toast publicly told people, after speaking directly with Queen, that the attorney receipts would be shared and that Queen was willing to be fully transparent. Queen herself made promises about showing where the money went, and B. Tim backed those promises. B. Tim matters here too. He's not Queen's channel owner. He's her longtime co-host and a significant donor himself. He's also completely anonymous to the public and has been beside Queen for years. And when B. Tim talks about this lawsuit, pay attention to the language he uses. Very often, it's we. Then, in September of 2025, the litigation ended. But the complete accounting people had been promised. What came in and what went to the attorney still wasn't shown. Now Queen says there's a reason for that. According to her, a judge ordered her not to show the financials. That's a very specific claim. She's not saying she doesn't want to show them. She's saying there's a court order preventing her from doing it. Okay, then show the order. You don't have to reveal a single financial number to show the document where a judge supposedly ordered you not to reveal those numbers. Instead, somehow we've ended up talking about burnt toast. And listen, Toast is not above criticism here. She supported Queen. She promoted the fundraiser. They eventually became online friends, and Toast says there came a point when Queen told her she simply wasn't going to show the receipts. If people want to ask why Toast didn't speak up then, that's a completely legitimate question. But that's also not why Toast is speaking now. A few months ago, Queen and Nonsense had a falling out. Nonsense made a passing comment about Queen not supporting Toast when she lost her channel. And Queen responded with this bizarre warning about Toast not wanting her information out there and potentially opening Pandora's box. Then Hooves came along and started digging into Queen, including the lawsuit funds. Hooves knows Toast, and suddenly Toast became part of the story again. Eventually, Queen brought up something completely separate. Years ago, when Betty tried to obtain Toast's identity through Google, Toast hired an attorney to fight it. B. Tim helped pay that legal bill. Queen recently threw that back at Toast and essentially said, "Show your receipts, and I'll show mine." So Toast came onto Hooves' panel, and she showed them. The documents she produced show more than $3,100 paid directly to the law firm that represented her. You can still criticize Toast. You can question why she stayed quiet. You can believe she should have handled things differently. None of that changes the issue we're talking about. Toast's attorney bill isn't Queen's legal fund. Queen challenged Toast to show her receipts. Toast did. So Queen, where are yours?
Well, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker or super chat. I don't know if there's a chat with it or...
It's a sticker.
Oh, sticker. Okay, I didn't see any messages with it. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. And thank you to, I won't say your name, but thank you for sending the PayPal. I appreciate that. And I got an email that asked for the link, so I put the link in the chat. So,
No, Joel. I think you're right. It's a long-term Joel.
I'm here to be a fucking babysitter. Also, let me just say this. I really, really, really appreciate you guys donating to the legal fund. I did shut it down. I seen people were asking in Burnt Toast's chat earlier. I do have a regular PayPal. I do have a regular Cash App. If people want to donate to that, that's perfectly fine. But I did shut the fundraiser down because I don't feel like I need to keep it open. Burnt Toast's chat earlier. I do have a regular PayPal. I do have a regular Cash App. If people want to donate to that, that's perfectly fine. But I did shut the fundraiser down because I don't feel like I need to keep it open and ask the community for money to help with the fundraiser when it's already filled and taken care of. And you know what I'm saying? And so that's why. That's if people want to donate to my regular PayPal and Cash App, that's perfectly fine.
Well, the point was you reached your goal, and until there's another goal to reach, you're not going to take things from people, and that's the right thing to do, babe.
PayPal, I just got it. Yes, the legal fund is closed because we got everything we needed there. If we need more, I'll keep receipts and let you guys know, or we'll set up one if we have to have more or whatever's going on. We'll go from that point on. We'll go from there. But if anybody does want to donate, you have to go through my regular PayPal and my regular Cash App, which is fine. I know somebody asked in Burnt Toast. Somebody was asking in her chat for my PayPal link. And we were explaining that the legal fund was closed, and they said they wanted the regular link. Well, I think it's all. We drop it in here sometimes, but it's usually pinned on the front of the channel. So
$7 or $7, just send us.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's very expensive to fight these fucking weasels. It's very expensive process. It's very stressful.
Yeah.
You have to pay for your attorney. You know what I mean? And not only that, like I said, we're not only am I paying for my attorney because of the lawsuit, I'm actually countersuing as well, which costs additional money to do so. So
yeah.
If you guys wouldn't have helped, and you wouldn't have, had you guys not helped me with the funds and stuff, I would not have been able to get a lawyer to protect myself. And you know what I'm saying? I'm very grateful and I'm very humble because you guys helped me more than you know. And I am very appreciative for that. And I appreciate that you guys can see this frivolous bullshit from 10 miles away, 100 miles away.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I'm very grateful and very appreciative. So like I said, just like you said, I couldn't imagine being put in this position and not having help or not, not having money to have an attorney to help you fight it because it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of stressful, unnecessary bullshit.
Yeah, exactly, Trash. You have it's important to note just because a certain amount of money has been raised for the lawsuit doesn't mean it has all been used yet. It's a pool, meaning the lawyer can take from it. Yeah, it's called a retainer. But I don't know. People are dumb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Laura, I'm gonna need to see your receipts of how much you donated. Okay, I'm gonna need to see your receipts of what you donated to my legal fund. All right.
Would you like to place? Would you delete her channel if you gave her the receipts? Let's say you showed her the receipts. Would you delete her channel?
I'm sure she wouldn't. I'm sure they.
Would you like to place that? Would you like to place that bet, Laura? Would you immediately delete your channel if she showed you a receipt?
Fuck no, that's a whole ass.
I'm just saying.
Just like Andra filed the frivolous lawsuit against me, I wouldn't need a lawyer, nor would I be paying for one had she not pulled this bullshit. Attached is a screenshot from 8/31, which is August 31st, when the September 14th court date was set. It shows that the court error that has existed on there since Andra filed, showing my attorney as her. She put it in the wrong fucking line. Because she's pro se. So the fucking it had to be fixed. You cannot leave that in the court system. So it says also attached is the update that happened yesterday or last night, where they removed him from her on those, which they're redacted now because I put the redacted ones out. But they removed it so that you can correct these bolder fucking ass lies you dropped out of your goddamn mouth.
Place to show it. If this were you, I wouldn't be asking for things that could harm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I put it in there too, and then I think she edited it because to make sure that it made sense, because that's how Andra filled out the paperwork and turned it in, so it had to be fixed.
And then she continues, this is Burnt Toast. Please read the court filings and not only go by docket title. I am saying, quote, we, because there's a lot of people who are keeping an eye on the case and are rooting for Queen Bee. 3, the itemized billing from the lawyer will be shown at the end of the case when it's submitted to the court. Before that, it is inappropriate and it is not my place to show it. If this were you, I wouldn't be asking for things that could harm your case or other people's cases in an active lawsuit. There are things that can't be shown right away. There are things that can't be shown right away. I have always said I would never show things that would undermine Queen Bee's case. Wait until the lawyer submits it in filing, making it public before review. Then dumbass Laura says, fair enough.
And the thing of it is too, even if we submit that in there, there's still a difference in what we paid him, what we paid for the lawsuit to defend me, what I paid for the countersuit, how much should we put into the attorney, how much we're asking back from him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And honestly, we probably won't even get anything back because she's not going to want to pay it. We're going to have to brick fucking checks, I'm sure, to even get it back.
And then Perplex QT says, fair enough. However, my INLY, what the fuck? My, I guess, initial? She couldn't spell initial question. Initial question is, how does showing attorney fees affect a case? I can answer that, dumbass. If someone's whole fucking point of view is to run up your bill and you show them an itemized list of how to run up your bill, then you're kind of giving a roadmap to how to run up your bill, dumbass.